Hi students, good morning. Today, as usual, I am back with a grammar lesson for the students of class 11 and 12. Today, first of all, I want to know how are you? I hope you are very well. This morning, because this morning is a rainy morning, and in this rainy morning you must be well, quite well. I am also well, thank you very much. Today I will teach you different uses of some words and phrases which you will find in question number 2 of English second paper. So now look at the board. These are the words and phrases. Was born is a phrase, there is a word, it is also a word. Have to, has to, had to, will have to, must are called modals of obligation. Had better, ought to, would rather, had better, ought to, should. These three are called modals of advice. Understand? Would rather, also a modal auxiliary verb. As if is a phrasal word. As soon as, also a phrasal word. Let alone is a phrasal word. What's it like is also a phrasal words. What does look like, feel like, also phrasal words. So here are some phrases and words, and with these some phrases and words you have to fill in the gaps. Understand? You have to use one word in each gap, each word in each gap. Understand? You have to use only one word in this gap from this list. Understand? So now I am going to discuss the uses of was born. Where and when to use was born. Do you know, dear students? You don't know at all. Understand? So now was born. We use was born to tell someone about the date or location of our birth. Look at the example. I was born on 1st January 1980. So this is the date of my birth. Understand? This is the 1st January 1980 is the date of my birth, and before this date of birth you can use was born. So was born is always used in passive voice. So there is a word, there has two meanings. There has two meanings. One is the adverb of place. There means a place. Understand? And there means introduction. One meaning is adverb of place, like look at the example of there with adverb of place. Understand? He goes there. The there is indicates the place. Understand? He goes there. Here there is a place, and so this is the first meaning of there, and its second meaning. Now I will talk about the second meaning of there. When and where to use there. You know, English sentences must have a subject. Every sentence in English must have a subject. When a sentence has no subject, there we use there as a subject. So there is used as a subject in a sentence, understand? So look at the example of there as a subject. There are two boys in the field. So here you see this there has been used before a sentence, understand, at the beginning of a sentence, and this there is called the subject of this sentence, understand. So there is used as a subject, there is used as an adverb of place. So this there indicates the existence of two boys. So to indicate the existence of someone or something, you can use there at the beginning of a sentence. To express the existence or the presence of someone or something in any place, you can use there at the beginning of that sentence. Understand? We use there with a noun phrase after be verb. Understand? After be verb, we use noun phrase, and before be verb, we use there. So this is be verb. Am, is, are, was, were are called be verb. Understand? So before be verb, you can use there, and after be verb, there will be a noun phrase. So you know what is a noun phrase? A noun phrase consists of an article plus adjective or plus noun. Understand? This is called a noun phrase. So there is a nice boy in this class. This is an article. A is an article. A is an indefinite article. Nice is an adjective. Boy is a noun. Understand? So A plus adjective plus nouns is called a noun phrase. Understand? So this is a noun phrase. This is a noun phrase. And after be verb, a noun phrase is used. Before be verb, there is used. Understand? Okay. So now it is also called an introductory it, because this it is used to start a sentence, and is used before a sentence as a subject after be verb. It is used with an adjective after be verb. So look at the example. It is nice. Understand? So this is it is called an introductory it, is to be verb, nice adjective. So it is used with an adjective after to be verb. Understand? So it is nice, it is good, it is fine. We use it with dates or times or days. Understand? We use it. Look at the example. It is Wednesday. So this is day. So to indicate the day, we use it before be verb. Understand? It is it is used with date It is the 29th of September. So with the date we can use it. Understand? So we can use it for weather condition. To know about weather condition, we can use it to know about weather condition. It is. So look at the example. It is cloudy. Understand? So this morning is cloudy, not sunny. Is this morning is sunny? No. This morning is cloudy. This morning is cloudy. And it has the possibility of raining. Understand? It has the possibility, the cloud has the possibility of raining. Understand? So for weather, or to know about weather condition, we can use it before that sentence as a subject. Understand? So now let's move on to the next words. Have to, has to, or had to, or must. Understand? Or will have to. So has to, have to, had to, will have to, and must are called modal auxiliary verb of obligation. Obligation. That means what we are forced to do is called obligation. What we want to do, necessary. Understand? What we think is necessary is called obligation. Understand? And to indicate obligation or necessity, we use have to, has to, and had to, will have to, and must as a modal auxiliary of obligation. Understand? So look at the structure with have to, has to, had to, will have to, must. Have to, has to, had to, will have to, must. So have to, has to is called objective obligation, and must is called personal obligation. Personal obligation. Understand? When you use must in a sentence, this sentence expresses your own obligation. Your own obligation. Understand? And when you use have to, had to, has to, or will have to, it means the obligation of objective obligation, or the obligation comes from outside. Understand? So look at the structure. First, you have to use subject. If you want to make a sentence with have to, has to, had to, will have to, or must, first you have to use subject at the beginning of a sentence. Understand? So I have said earlier that English sentences must have a subject at the beginning. Understand? English sentences must have a subject at the beginning. So subject plus have to, has to, had to, will have to, oblique must, plus main verb 1, that is called the present form of a verb. Understand? Plus object oblique extension. So look at the example. For example, I have to I have to go to college. Another example, I must go to college. So look at the example. This is called objective obligation and this is called personal obligation. Okay, have to means objective obligation, must means subjective obligation. So now look at the another words. Had better, ought to and should are called modals of advice. Had better, ought to, should, these three modals are used to give advice, to someone. Understand? You had better go home now. You had better go home now. That means you are advised to go home. Understand? Otherwise, you will miss something. Understand? If you do not go home, you will be sick. So, had better, ought to and should are used to give advice to someone or something. Understand? Okay. So, would rather is also a modal verb. This would rather is used to show preference for one thing over another. Would rather is used to give or to show likings or preference to one thing over another. And look at the example. I would rather read than sleep. So, I would rather read than sleep. That means I prefer reading to sleeping. Understand? I like reading more than sleeping. Understand? So, now I will read. Now I will not sleep. Understand? This means. So, this is called preference between read and sleep. Okay. So, to show preference to one things over another, we use would rather after a subject or before a verb. Understand? Now, I am going to discuss as if. So, as if is a conjunction. It is very interesting to use as if. As if is used to compare things. Understand? To compare things. Look, and the comparison is not true. And the comparison is not true. Look at the example. He acts as if he were a teacher. Look at the example with as if. So, what does this sentence mean? This sentence means comparison with a teacher. Comparison between he and a teacher. So, this comparison is not true. Is he a teacher? Look at the example. He acts as if he is a teacher. So, actually he is not a teacher. But he likes, actually he is not a teacher. Understand? But he acts like a teacher. Understand? Is he a teacher? No, he is not a teacher. He acts like a teacher. So, to compare one thing with another, we can use as if between two sentences. Understand? As soon as is also show an action which happens immediately after another action is completed. Understand? So let alone, look at the example. Let alone is used to show one thing is not true or possible. On the other hand, the next thing is not possible or cannot be possible. Understand? So let alone is used between two things. One is less important than other. Understand? Let alone is used between two things. Look at the example. He cannot buy a mobile, let alone a laptop. Understand? So mobile is less costly than laptop. Understand? So between two things you can use let alone. What's it like? What's it like is a phrasal words is used to ask for a description of something or someone, to ask for person's behavior. We use what's it like to know about a person's behavior. Understand? So look at the example. What's your teacher like? Okay? So now I move on to the next words. What does dash look like? Okay. What does dash look like is also used to know or ask for someone's size or someone's quantity. Understand? So feel like is a phrasal verb. It is used to mean want or desire. Feel like means desire or to have something. Understand? Or to get something. I feel like leaving this room. Okay, feel like means want. Feel like means want. That means I want to leave this room. Understand? Feel like means want. This feel like means want. Okay. So these are the words or phrases. So keep watching this class and try to understand everything in this class. So thank you very much. And now, after understanding the use of words or phrases, you have to complete these sentences with these words. Understand? Thank you very much. Stay well, stay safe. Wash your hands with soap. Thank you, everyone.